Good morning, YouTube. Just doing some beta trials here to figure out, to make sure that everything is working as we ramp up the BarcelonaTrader.com, where trading finally makes sense. So just let me make sure the microphone is working here. The Barcelona Trader. Okay, it is. All right, now I'm going to embed the stream. Whoops. Need to do that. What am I doing here? Just going to embed the stream in on the BarcelonaTrader.com live stream page. So anyone who's looking for the stream will know where to find it. I'm probably not going to be joined by my colleagues today, but that's all right. Good. It's yeah. All right. That's that. Here we are. What do we have on the screen here? We have the 10-second chart for gold futures, and we are doing our charting on the spot gold chart. So this is the 1 minute. Let's take a little trip around the block here and just kind of see where things stand. First of all, we will start over here with the VIX. The VIX is at 16.68, which is very low, meaning that risk on, meaning we should see money going into stocks and out of safe haven assets like gold. Tensions in the Middle East seem to have calmed down a little bit right now. This is the DXY on top here. We have the 30-minute chart, and then down here we have the 1-minute chart. Looks like the dollar has been falling just the last hour and a little bit more, hour and a half. It's been on a bit of an upswing. That's what we see right here. But overall, the dollar has been falling. It's at 97.35. Yields, the 10-year US bond, US Treasury yield, pretty flat, 4.273. That's a little bit down from where it was yesterday. And here we have the 5-minute spot gold chart. This is where I do my charting. So I want to show you here. This big fat blue line here is last week's low of the week. So we are below last week's low right now. Sitting between the pivots, price is just below the DM3 and on its way perhaps down to the daily pivot point, which is right down here. Now it does look here like we have a pretty free range to trade down, but I am on my MT4 station seeing some resistances or some supports, some support zones there. So it's not as clear as it looks here on TradingView. Over to the 1-minute chart, we are currently at 333, $3,333 per troy ounce of spot gold. We're hitting some bull volume right here. So we did see price hit it, react. Now we're hitting it again. We'll see if any of that bull volume has depleted or if it has been reestablished with traders placing their stop losses just below here as price went up. Now price is coming back down, might trigger those stop losses, which would perhaps then send the price back up. That's what we're watching right now. Now switching over here to the futures chart, which is what I'm actually trading. The futures price moves in tandem with the spot price, but the price is a bit higher. If you want to understand why that is, you can go to the BarcelonaTrader.com, scroll down, and there are some articles talking about why spot gold and futures have different prices. The article is called "Why Gold Futures Start Out Priced Higher and End Up Right Next to Spot." Okay, we might see a break below here, but again, if I take a sell here, I'm selling right into some support zones. I don't like the way that looks. It's not as safe of a trade as I would like to take. So, probably not what's going to be happening right now. I'm going to close a curtain here so I don't have so much of a glare. Way I can see my screen a little bit better. Coming up on the hourly candle, we have just under 2 minutes for that to happen. 2 minutes and 15 seconds about. That will be the 8 o'clock candle in New York. This is the New York session. I'm trading today from just north of Barcelona. I'd like to take this down, but one, too close to the hourly candle, and two, it's not wanting to trade right into these big supports. These supports go all the way down to the pivot, which is right down here. So basically this entire range, can't trade it unless it really starts to rip. Now, once we're below the daily pivot, we've got a little more room to work with. Yeah, it's 1 minute for the black candle. Let's see what we've got here. And you see we're bouncing up a little bit here. So 1 minute, so you can see here on the 10-second, we're bouncing up a little bit. It's 8 o'clock. See, I've been in that cell. I would have screwed myself. That looks like the dollar is at dollar index extended its decline to 97 on Thursday, marking its lowest level since February 2022, as expectations grow that the Fed may cut interest rates sooner than previously anticipated. Wall Street Journal reported that President Trump is considering announcing his pick for the next Fed chair as early as September or October, effectively installing a shadow chair who could influence sentiment and potentially steer policy in a more dovish direction. That's not good. Shouldn't have a shadow chair. Trump has repeatedly criticized Chair Powell for maintaining current rate levels and not delivering further cuts. Market pricing now reflects 62 basis points of easing by the end of the year, slightly up from 61 basis points the previous day. Meanwhile, Fed Chair Powell testified before Congress, reiterating that interest rates should remain steady for now. He warned that tariffs could pose upside risks to inflation, justifying caution, but acknowledged that without those inflationary pressures, the Fed would likely have continued easing. So basically, he's saying if Trump hadn't been threatening tariffs or actually implementing tariffs this whole time, that Powell would have likely lowered interest rates by now. But because of those tariff threats that can lead to inflation, then that requires the Fed, in order to fulfill their dual mandate of price stability and maximum employment, they need to maintain interest rates higher. So if you're trying to buy a home and you can't get a decent interest rate, Donald Trump says you can blame Fed Chair Powell. Powell says, hey, if it weren't for these tariffs, we would lower interest rates. Okay, we're up. We might be coming down here a little bit, so this might be a little sell for us. Okay. Perhaps not. I don't like the direction that's going. Too volatile here. It is my hot stove exit. I've got to get out. If it comes back right now. And no. I hit this. Yeah, would have liked to get out sooner. I didn't get out where I should have gotten out. Price has come back below where maximum exit is. So if it shoots back up, it continues to come down. may actually get some profit on this trade, but it's not looking like it. It's momentum and direction had shifted. All right. Gold's gonna do what gold's gonna do. And that is my hot stove exit right there. Okay, I'm out. Journaling with Tono. Executed. Hot stove exit. Negative 290. My hot stove exit is 275. Give myself a little bit of leeway sometimes depending on price action, but never let it get worse than that. Okay, we have some news coming up here at 8:30. We're a ways from it. Just got these little candles on the way up there. I'd like to see candles a little bit stronger than that. Got some resistance coming up here on the 1 minute Hakanashi chart on T4, so I'm going to hold off. Placed a bad trade, lost 290 across multiple accounts that I copy trade. So I want to make sure that my next trade is a very high quality set.
And Mike, you said some resistance at 35.
I see some resistance at 31 even.
Oh, okay. So it's already on the way back down.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I see some support at 31. I see some resistance at about 37.
Okay. And what are you saying that on again?
Say that again?
What are you saying that on again? What chart is that?
The chart that you're seeing right now is the 10 second futures chart.
Oh, okay.
So price is a little bit different.
Yeah. Right.
I have an article here. I'll send you a link explaining why futures and gold they move in tandem, but the chart is a bit different. Where's my oh, there's the chat. Here it is. I just put it into the Zoom chat. If I flip over here, I do all my charting, all of my supports, resistances, all of my drawings and everything. I do it on the spot gold chart. So, when I'm talking about, where I see supports and resistances and whatnot, I'm usually talking about the spot gold chart, the XAU USD, the one that you're trading. But
Okay.
because I'm trading the futures chart, um, that's where I do my trading. But um, the futures chart respects all of the supports and resistances and the pivots that are on the spot gold chart. Okay, 1 minute for the COMEX opening. Okay. All right, about 5 seconds for COMEX to open. Nothing usually happens. COMEX, get a little price jiggle. That's about it. There it is. And there's our little jiggle. All right, it looks like we want to go up here. This would be okay. If we break through a resistance here at 33.36 that has just formed, and another one at 33.37.5. We break through these two resistances, I suppose, here on the futures chart, that will put us right about up to this blue line. Nope. Doesn't want to go up. Didn't have enough gas, not enough Not enough volume in the market yet. But we have news at 8:30. So the news is we've got a final GDP quarter over quarter, unemployment claims, core durable goods orders month over month, durable goods orders month over month, and final GDP price index quarter over quarter. Those last three are orange folders, but the first three are red folders. Unemployment claims and final GDP will probably move price unless they come out as expected, as projected. And that is 7 minutes away. Okay, we did get some movement up there. That was a buy. And now we have broken through the resistances that I was talking about. So if price moves back up and breaks through this little dash blue line here and that little orange line right there, then I think we have a buy trade. We have something to buy. I'd like to see it move with some decisiveness. Right now, it's a little lazy. Most likely price is just going to hang out while we wait for news. So let's bring the news up here. This is where we sit on our hands because certainly there's not going to be any worthwhile movement between now and the news because all the traders are just waiting for the news. So any moves you see are going to be fake outs. Maybe not. That was a buy. That was a buy. That was a buy. Gonna top out about right here though. So if you're in the buy, be thinking about getting out. got this bare volume right here. Oh, it's going to push right through it. Nobody should listen to me today. Right? Nobody should listen to me today. Taking the wrong trades, and I'm calling the wrong trades. Okay, so what's our next stop here? If we're going up, next stop is EM4. EM4, which is at 33.47. Spot chart. Minute 20 seconds for the news. One minute for the news. How's your trading been this morning, man?
Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good so far. I have like that last run you was talking about just went to 42.
Yep.
I'm trading gold. I made $83 on that.
Nice.
But I'm up for the day $162.
Good. Good. I'm down 290.
I'm up on the week 1600.
Wow. Amazing. All right, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what this. Whoa, spikes both ways.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? I probably should just jump out because it's going up, but I jumped out because it's finna be jerking everywhere.
Yeah, core durable goods is good for dollar. It's going to be bad for gold. Final GDP is good for gold, bad for dollar. Unemployment claims, good for dollar. They're lower than expected. So we are coming down for a little bit here. I think I'll jump into a little bit of a sell right about now.
Ooh, 37.
I don't like the way this is behaving.
Well, I just said, why not do that?
Makes me feel like I should get out while the getting's good.
Dang. I thought that was a $5. I thought that was a $5 positive.
All right, I'm gonna get out there. I should have taken more, but it's coming back up, and I didn't want to dance with that anymore. All right, well, we got the news. So we're gonna bring this back down here. We don't need to stare at that anymore. All right. Good 150 there. Okay. This is some elite level trading here we got going on. Took a loss, significant loss. Managed my emotions, did not revenge trade. I think we have another sell here coming though. Ooh. Hang on, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Nope. Ooh, no, we're coming into a big support right here on the daily pivot chart. The 15-minute pivot, or the 15-minute chart on the trading view where our daily pivots are. Don't want to sell into that. That would be irresponsible. So despite that, those two good trades, I'm still down $70 on the day. Well, if the market gives it to me, it gives it to me. If it doesn't, our job here today is to be disciplined, trade our system. Don't try to force the market to give us something it isn't going to give us. Live to fight another day. Job number one, protect your capital. From the January 6th rioters. Wrong kind of capital. Okay, if you're so inclined and you took that little bounce up, congratulations. That was not my trade. Okay, where are we with the pivots? Let's look again here. What is that pivot? That pivot is the DM3. Price is currently right on the DM3 and coming below it. We're breaking below it now, kind of hard. We get below this swing low again. As soon as we get below this DM3 and we're at a place where we could trade it, then we're right on this support, which is at 33.31. But it's a thick support. It goes from 33.31 all the way down to 33.28. And then right below that at 33.27 is the daily pivot. So I'm not trading down until we're below the daily pivot. Music's a little loud, isn't it? All right. Got 60 people watching us on YouTube today. Hello, YouTube audience. Okay. Showing some gumption. Wants to come down. Well, we've got some volume in the market. That's good. So if it decides it wants to come down and it's showing us some big bearish candles, we might be able to ride it through this support zone. From 31 to 28. It's just going to be choppy. But if you like chop, well, that's your trade. Oh. Welcome to Chop City. Population, every trader who thought they saw a breakout. This isn't price action, this is price inaction. I don't know if you know this, E-Man, but oh, I'm alone. You left. Bye, E-Man. Okay, I'm getting some more downward pressure on this. Today's gold chart is named Claudia. Yesterday was Edgar. Today it's Claudia. Not excited about taking these cells. Okay. Pushing through. Good. Once we get below the daily pivot, there might be more to trade. In the meantime, I'm updating Discord. Here, I've got a little room to run if it's going to come down. Got a little room to run. Not much. It's a dangerous sell. I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? We're coming right up on the daily pivot. I'd love to sell. Everything's telling me to sell. But I got bills to pay. I'm not here to risk my capital. Here to preserve my capital. So yeah, I've got a pip and a half that I could sell into the daily pivot. If the daily pivot is a zone, we're already getting some chop. All right, once we get past the pivot, and if we're still going down, then here we go. Now we are below the pivot. Now, likes to snap back up to the pivot. It's never a clean break through the pivot, and then you're just on your way down. So you got to be cautious here. Right, I'm going to let it get here on the 10-second chart. See where, well, let me show you here on the 1-minute chart. This dotted line here, this purple dotted line that you see there, that's the pivot. Then we're into a bull volume zone right there. So that's where we're going to see a reaction up because there's significant bull volume there. Got a little bit of a bull volume area here on the 10-second chart. So what I'm waiting for is for price to push through this bull volume, show me that it can the volume and the momentum can absorb that and continue its downward trajectory. If it can, then I've got a sell button to press. Right now, it's just kind of snapping back up to the pivot. Might not even make it through the pivot. Might just say this is a reversal. Although we are seeing a lot of selling pressure. Retail traders are long. 70% of retail traders are long. That means we go where the herd is not. I'm anticipating a push here. That bull volume is right below it, so it could push into it and snap right back, and I don't want to get caught on that. Okay. Not decisive enough. I think it's coming. I think it's coming, but it's not doing it yet. Not doing it yet. We also don't want to just jump on it as soon as it shows some momentum through. So it can get rejected, snap right back. So we take a breath. Take a breath. It's a good trade. At the end of the breath, it'll be a good trade at the end of 2 breaths. Okay. Starting to get that movement down. Show me a little bit more here on the Renko. Do it yet. I've got another bull volume on the 5-second. So again, coming up on the DM2. So there's not a huge amount of room here to trade. We have the hourly candle, 9 a.m. candle coming up in 55 seconds. Just creeping down. That's not the kind of candles I like to see for a trade at all. And the 9 o'clock candle, that hourly candle, can be sometimes a little bit of a, see, I don't want to get into that. Too close to the 9 a.m. candle. So it's going to hit this DM2. And that's just not a trade I can take. No. It's definitely wanting to push through, but there it goes. Back up. Boom. Exactly. Exactly what I didn't want to get caught in, but managed to avoid it. We managed to avoid it. That's why we trade together. That's why you tune in. Learn to read the charts. Learn to read price action. You know, I downloaded some sound effects the other day. I wonder where those are. Okay, now we're coming back down. Now, we have yesterday's point of control right below the DM2. We have WS1. Where's the WS1? Yeah. WS1 and the DM2 are at the same spot. That's what we call confluence. WS1, DM2, and the previous day point of control. We got to get through those before we can trade. Just look at all this chop coming down. That is untradeable. So, could have taken more, should have taken more. Looks like it was going to continue down. I still think it is. Okay. I don't think we've exhausted. Price is back at the DM2. And it looks like we're coming back down. Spoke to WS1. Going back down through the point of control. Not yet. Okay, here's where we're seeing that reaction from the DM2. Buyers got triggered below the DM2, below the WS1, below the point of control. Now there's still downward selling pressure, but now there's a lot of upward buying pressure. So where the bulls and the bears are battling it out right here. Let's see what happens. We are going to sit out the fight and then trade with the winner. And we're above the DM2. Be prepared for a change of direction here. Okay. Not quite ready yet. What we got? Who's going to win this fight? Still looking like the Bears might stay in control. Okay. Again, coming up on the same thing as before. Even though it looks like it has this downward momentum, we're coming up again on the DM2. Now we're in through the WS1. Now back, coming down to the point of control. Breaking through that. Right there. Go back in for sell. Come on back down. $60. Might get back in. It pushes below. Yep. This is where we flipped last time. Let's see if we push through. Okay, back. Not loving that, not loving that. Not loving how that's acting. I'm just gonna get out there with 30. Wasn't loving how that was looking. Didn't like what it did. Okay, what this does is after my devastating early loss of the day, after a few more trades here, I'm back up. Well, I should be, but I am not. I see one. What do I got pivot wise coming up? I'm here on the DS1. Okay, we're on the DS1. You can see it right here. DS1 is that purple line right there going across the screen. We are coming down below it. We come down below it, there might be another cell here. Well, the cells seem to be running out of steam a little bit. It's going to be time for things to head up. Well, we're just going to wait. We're just going to sit on our hands and wait to see what price decides it wants to do. That's what we like to be, is above equity across the board. Okay. Okay. Clearly taking a little bounce here. Profit taking, depending on how much profit taking goes on here, we could take a little buy and take some money on the way up, but it's not my favorite trade. We got some volume in the market, also bringing in some volatility. I see a resistance here on my 1-minute Hakanashi on my MetaTrader, which makes me hesitant to take this buy. Okay. But if it breaks through that, I'll join the party. Looks like it wants to break through. Still might not. Don't want to take an irresponsible buy. Yeah, the market looks like it's calmed down a little bit. And when the market stops giving it to you, there's no reason to stick around and pull teeth. When the market is giving it to you, you can do plenty well. We're not here to hit a daily revenue goal. We're here to take what the market wants to give us. And it is looking like we will get into a little buy here. I won't pull the trigger too soon. It's really struggling to get through that. See, look at these little tiny candles here. It's just, and as soon as we get up here, we're going to hit this bull volume. Well, it's a bull volume, I guess, so could go either way, though. You can really tell when you're on, when you're dialed in as a trader. You learn to listen to your mind and your body. today is a day I'm dialed in. Even though I took that loss. Sometimes you just take losses. Sometimes, the market is a game of probabilities. You trade your plan. Sometimes things don't go as planned. No. Yeah. Sit back and let the market come to you. Another sell trade here, but I need to see some bigger candles. I don't like it. All right, we have 6 minutes before New York Stock Exchange opens. See how things are looking pre-market here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the VIX is all the way down here. Low volatility index. Now that means that the market should have a risk on sentiment, meaning buy equities, buy stocks, take your money out of safe haven assets like gold. And that can be offset by central banks buying gold, feeling like they might have a discount right now. So you never really know what gold's going to do. But it does give you clues of what to look for. All right, let's see what we have here. We're coming down. We're coming down. I might join this party. Need to see a decisive move down. That is the opposite of what I needed to see in order to move. Here we go. Now, what are we doing? We're hitting the DM2, aren't we? There it is right there. The DM2. The fated DM2 and the WS1. That's why we're not moving through there faster. Right back to where we were when I was debating whether we should take this down in the first place. So let's watch it here on the 1 minute for a little bit. So it moves through the WS1. Now will it come back down to here, back down to this pivot here, which is the DS1. Okay, it is. It's coming through. Not quite. We're right at the point of control. Bouncing off of it a little bit. Now it came through here earlier, but there was more volume in the market. It was right after the news. Okay. I got in early. It went down, but then it bounced. It went back up to where it was an early entry for me. I don't like this because we are 30 seconds away from the equities open, which could send price in the opposite direction that I want it to go as a first reaction. So I'd like to get here, like to get a little bit of profit here in the next 20 seconds and just get out. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna, come on, just gonna give it to me. Okay, I'm out. It's a $10 trade, but there we're at the equities. Now it's probably, see, that's gonna spike up first. It's probably gonna come spiking back down, but not before it does a little hokey pokey. That's right. That's why we trade together. We learn to read price action. Okay, as I said, probably coming back down. Because as I said, overall, we're probably in a risk on mood with money going into equities and out of the safe haven assets. Now I really only want to take an A or an A plus setup here. I'm up for the day. Not up by much. I don't want to give it back. And I would risk giving it back if I took a less than an A plus setup. Price did what I would have wanted it to do in an A plus setup. But it wasn't an A plus setup. We get through this swing low. Let's see where we are. Coming up on the DS1. That swing low is basically the DS1. We get through that. And there we go. Elite level trading. Elite level trading. Well, that was disappointing. I ruined my day. That is beyond elite level trading, friends. I think we call it a day here. I think we're not going to press our luck. Took a massive loss at the end of the day. Well, we took a massive loss at the beginning of the day, right? The beginning of the day, we took a, I can't even, I have to look at got 6 pages of trades here today. Let's go back to this and let's just look at the day. Okay. The beginning of the day, we took a $290 loss. Then we came back with a $70 win, followed by a $150 win, followed by a $30 win, followed by a $50 win, followed by a $30 win, followed by a $10 win, followed by a $90 win. And we were sitting in pretty good shape at that point. And then, and I have to study the anatomy of this and how it happened. We took a $525 loss, wiping out all of our gains and putting us actually below where we started the day with the first loss. That put us in very bad shape. Then we took another $200 loss. Awful, awful shape. And that's when I pulled out my big boy move. Very risky move, but came back with a $760 win, putting us solidly up for the day. Even stretching us into being up for the month. Now I need to go back and study this devastating loss. See what the hell happened here. Okay, that's where I took the sell. Then price came up. All right, chat. What I'm doing here is I'm replaying this trade on TradeZilla so I can see exactly what I did. Okay, so at 9:36, I placed a sell trade. I'm going to relive this in real time. 9:36. I'll just bring this up so you can see it with me. I wonder. There you go. Okay. We'll play. Huh. Why isn't this working? Hmm. It's gone wrong here. Go back. All right, chat. I'm calling it a session here. I need to go back and analyze the anatomy of these trades that I got wrong and also the one that I got right. Make sure I can do that again. So that's it for this session. And I will see you in the Asia session. I'm going to be starting it early at 6 p.m. So if you're around then and want to see it, we'll be trading again then. All right.